Sly Cooper is getting an official Funko Pop. I repeat, Sly Cooper is officially getting his first ever Funko Pop figure, and it releases next week. Let's take a look at it. How's it going, everyone? Blueknight here, and welcome back to another Sly Cooper video. Yes, it's been a long time since I talked about Sly Cooper, let alone new merchandise for the series. So, I should probably go ahead and explain what happened. In the midst of Spyro Community Day, right out of a clear blue sky, Funko and PlayStation announced a brand new Funko Pop for Sly Cooper. And I gotta say, it looks pretty good. The white eyes, I do agree, is a good choice compared to Ratchet's, because if they were black like Ratchet's, you wouldn't be able to tell Sly's eyes from his mask. Now, what we know about this figure? Well, like I said, it's releasing next week on June 11th. Now, this is important, and I'm going to come back to this a little bit later on in the video, but this is exclusive to Gamestop in the US and EB Games in Canada. Pre-orders are now open, and the figure itself costs $12.99 US, which translates to a higher price in Canada. If you guys know the price in Canada, be sure to post it in the comments, because I really don't know how these prices translate to Canadian. So there's a few things to take away from here other than the price and listing. The description reads, "Only at GameStop. From the Sly Cooper game series, Pop Games Sly Cooper is exactly the kind of gentleman thief your vinyl figure crew should recruit. Vinyl Sly Cooper figure is approximately 3.75 inches tall and is a GameStop Funko exclusive. And like I said a moment ago, this is an EB Games exclusive for Canadians. Now, like I said, the release date for this figure is June 11th, which is next week. And to be more precise, it's also the release date for Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, which actually took a lot longer to release after their announcements. They were announced in August of last year, and then released in October of last year. So the fact that Sly Cooper is releasing so soon after its announcement has kinda got me questioning things, especially that June 11th date. For those of you who have not been keeping up, is the kickoff date for Summer Game Fest, which PlayStation is attending, like they attended last year and announced Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. And because they announced Ratchet & Clank last year, that gave me hope that Sly Cooper would get announced this year. Not to mention, next year is Sly Cooper's 20th anniversary. So if they announce something at Summer Game Fest, it's possible it would release next year. Now, I'm probably getting ahead of myself, and you're probably thinking, nothing's going to get revealed for Sly Cooper this time, just like every other time. Well, I do feel like that's going to happen again this time, and I'm probably setting expectations too high, but here's the thing. I think things are going to be different this time, because look at the hype Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart managed to generate in just 1 year. I would think Sly Cooper would generate as much hype within that amount of time. And not to mention, Sony has 25 games in development, with half of those being returning IPs, the other half being completely brand new IPs. And of the returning IPs, Sly Cooper could very well be one of them. And as for the fact that the Funko Pop shows Sucker Punch on the case, well, here's the thing. Sucker Punch did create the Sly Cooper series. Sanzaru handled Sly 4, and they are nowhere to be seen on this packaging. And this part could be a stretch, because if we look at the Sly Cooper logo, it's the same exact style, with the spotlight behind it, as Sly Cooper in the Thievius Raccoonus. And this is completely different compared to Ratchet & Clank's. The Ratchet & Clank Funko Pops, on the back of the box, the logo represents the logo in Rift Apart. Why is Sly Cooper's different? Well, one of two possibilities. They don't want to spoil the logo for a new Sly Cooper, or the Sly Cooper they're going to be announcing is a remake of the first game, hence the spotlight in the background, and that they intend to release this figure a day after the game is announced. I honestly don't know what they're going to do, but if Sly Cooper does get announced, and if this was hinting toward it, that's huge. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep my expectations low, but not as low as they were before this announcement. So things are going to get a bit exciting come next week. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Are you excited? Are you pre-ordering this? I know I did. I can't pass up an opportunity to pre-order some Sly Cooper merch. You don't get that very often. So anyways guys, that's going to do it for this quick little Sly Cooper update video. As always, if you want to stay up to date on anything Sly Cooper, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell to stay, well, up to date on Sly Cooper, and possibly a Sly 5 or a Sly 1 remake if it gets announced next week. So once again guys, thank you all so much for watching and the constant support. I've been Blueknight, and I'll see you guys back here next time.